Hello everybody, getting ready to do lesson 9.4 of Algebra 1 Math, Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, right here. 9.4, use square roots to solve quadratic equations. Part 1, here is our standard, and we got a 36-point skill sheet. We have a 0-point notebook responsibility for this lesson. Okay, teachers, here is your bell work for today. Use the given surface area of the cylinder to find the radius r to the nearest tenth, and then give your students 5 minutes to solve this. Okay, welcome back. For the solution to our bell work today, here is our solution. We got the surface area 251 square feet, where height equals 6. So here's our formula for surface area of a cylinder. So we just plug in here pi r6 plus 2 times pi r squared. We don't know what our pi is, but we come up with this quadratic here to find it. And then we graph it, and we have 4.08 and then 7.7. See, when x equals, oh, wait a minute, when x equals 4, y equals 7.7204. The positive r-intercept is about 4, so here is a table of values here for this situation, r and s. The r-intercept is here is about 4. So the radius will be about 4. Will be about 4 then, 4 feet for that solution by graphing it. Okay, getting into our lesson, use square roots to solve quadratic equations. You solve quadratic equation by graphing. You will solve quadratic equation by finding roots. So to use square roots to solve a quadratic of this form, ax squared plus c equals 0, first isolate x squared on one side to obtain x squared equals d, then use the following information about the solutions of x squared equals d in the equation. So, solving x squared equals d by taking square roots. If d is greater than 0, then x squared equals d has 2 solutions, plus or minus square root of d. If d equals 0, then x squared equals d has 1 solution, x equals 0. If d is less than 0, then x squared equals d has no solution. And then here is our situation here. D greater than 0, d equals 0, and then d less than 0 will be down here. Okay, so example 1, solve quadratic equation, solve the equation. We got that thing going on, right? Original equation. X squared equals 4, so we divide through by 2. And then we take square root of both sides, plus or minus 2. The solutions are negative 2 and 2 for A. And then for B, m squared minus 18. Move our 18 over to the other side, m squared equals 0. M equals 0, so our solution will be 0 for that one. C, here, we move our 5 over to the other side. Then B squared, well, the way they do it, they move our 12 over here, so now we have negative 7. B squared equals negative 7. Negative real numbers do not have real square roots, so there's no solution for C. Okay, I've got to practice. Use square root to solve this. Students, pay attention so you can solve yours. Okay, our guided practice, c squared minus 25. C squared equals 25. Take the square root, c equals plus or minus 5. Solutions are plus or minus 5, and then, okay, let's see here. Oh, look at this. Must be your lucky day, students. I threw this one in. So to solve this one here, 5w squared plus 12 equals negative 8. Move it over here. Divide through by 5, and then take a square root of the negative. Has no real solution, so there's no solution for your independent practice. Simplifying square roots in cases you need to take square roots of a fraction whose numerator and denominator are perfect squares. Radical can be written as a fraction. For example, radical of 16 over 25 can be written as 4 over 5 because 4 over 5 squared equals 1625. So example 2 takes square roots of a fraction. So 4z squared equals 9, it's our original, and then we divide through by 4, and then we're going to take the square root of 9 over 4, and we get plus or minus 3 over 2, so our solutions are negative 3 over 2 and positive 3 over 2. Now we've got to practice here. Let's do this by using the square roots. Students, this is yours. Okay, solve this equation, divide through by 25, both sides. We get this situation here. Then we take the square root of both sides, plus or minus 16 over 20. And then when we take radical 16, radical 25, get plus or minus 4 over 5. That is part 1 of 9.4. Part 2 and 3 are available here, as well as everything else. Thank you very much.